Alright, here we are for round two. I've already wasted about almost a minute of my clock by trying to configure things so it looks good for you. So let's see if that punishes me. This is not a mulligan hand. Definitely want to draw some more lands, but pretty good. If we do draw lands, it curves out, 2, 3, 4. Use the mountain in case we Magna Spray something. Probably won't. Did not. Drew land. Awesome. Play 3-power creature. And like we can cartouche and Magma Spray if we want to. If our opponent plays a good so our options here are to like we can attack, exert, and then play Dauntless Aven. We don't want to just make this trade, but we can make it not indestructible, but prevent all combat damage. We could also cartouche the Solidarity, and hold up Magma Spray. It's a reasonable play. I think that might be the move. It's a little potentially awkward, but this, I mean, it gets in for 4 damage, and we get a 1/1. It's just very inefficient in terms of using our mana. Like we could do some other things. I think I'm just going to exert and then use our mana on the Dauntless Aven. Attack and exert. That leaves... does not incentivize me to blow the Magma Spray on whatever random thing. Like our opponent just plays... ooh, going full Sultai. Don't really want to use the cartouche until they use 1 removal spell. Okay. Yeah. Again, this is just kind of a... I guess we do potentially get to cast like 3 spells on... I mean, I guess we could do it now, but I'm pretty sure there's no reason not to play this frontline Devastator. Feral Prowler is going to get to chump some damage and cycle, which is fine. Gift of Paradise, okay. Our opponent is trying to do some big things. We're just trying to kill them as quickly as possible. There's some chance we just fire off this Magma Spray to get an extra damage this turn. I think that's what we're reduced to. Yeah, because this is going to get in probably 4 damage, because we're going to put the cartouche, I guess the frontline Devastator. And they're not going to draw a card off of this. So that, and say Lookmon, no cards. But we are attacking for 8. And they try and block. It's not really great for them. for multiple reasons. We have the Affliction. It's punishing. What do they have left to do? Play a tapped land. Those are just those cycling lands. Draw a mountain, we can hit for a little bit extra damage, but I'm pretty sure it's better to just go ahead and cycle this. So we can still attack for 6. Yeah, I guess we'll just play that. Just attack for 5. Hopefully they don't have too much punishing. Yeah, we did it. Alright. So, our opponent is trying to ramp into some big stuff. I think that might want us... Oh, there it is. So this can just, whatever, if they're ramping out a big creature, just kill it. It seems fine. And a lot of times in this situation, I just like to trim like a mediocre 2-drop, just because you don't want too many, crappy 2-drops. Especially on the draw, they're more effective on the play. I don't think there's anything else I would rather cut. Let's see, opponent had... It would actually be the Ketra's Avenger, just to not get punished as much for the 1 toughness stuff. The Splendid Agony, would we go Avenger, Avenger, and our opponent agonies them both? That's just agonizing. Could literally be agonizing. Could also just be wanting to cut a combat trick, but combat tricks tend to be much more punishing for opponents, or whatever. Yeah, just when you can kill them with it and they don't have the opportunity to... when you're on the play, they're much more likely to be tapped out and have to do the blocking first. When they're on the draw, they're much more likely to be able to hold up mana and re-trick you, or blow you up with a removal spell or whatever. So I'm going to cut this Mummy Paramount. Sure. Could also potentially cut a land. I don't know. This is not a good hand. I'm going to go ahead and keep, just because I've rarely mulligan hands that have two spells and some number of lands. But I mean, Cast Out's very good, but Onward to Victory is definitely not wanting to be in our opening hand. Would like to draw something a little bit cheaper to cast, but it's a reasonable first draw step. That was not a good draw step. I don't know. I think it's a fine keep, because it's of the remaining 14 lands in our deck, 2 of them do cycle. Okay, so just plays a 2/3 with some potential shenanigans afoot. That's not really when we wanted to draw the Fan Bearer, but we'll play it. It's not the them just spending the entire turn to kill our 1-drop is it's far from the worst. Rather they do that to the fan bearer than the Devastator, I think. So this does not block that. Sidewinder Naga. So this is a 4-2 trample. It's not bad. I assume they're not attacking. They're not. Are we attacking? We do have some mana up. This is the first day it's online, so don't know exactly what kind of stuff I'm potentially walking into. But I think I'm okay to attack. Like we can attack freely, and then if they double block, I mean their double block isn't very good on the surface. We can just cast out the Sidewinder Naga, and then they still have to do something. I'm okay trying to race because we have this, which can be just a ton of damage. Don't really have great blocks anyway. Probably they just take this, but and it's just mana efficient to use this because we're going to play the Dauntless even post-combat. And even it up. And I'm pretty sure there's some scenario where we could just kill them on this next turn. On to victory. I guess not. Yeah, we can take 2. So we just did that and held up 2 mana again. Pretty sure we just keep attacking. We can it's a little bit unfortunate that we have to cycle this away for more action because an extra red source is perfectly good here, but we don't really need the 7th land, so. Tap. Okay. So it's going to become a 3/4. You can cast it out Onward to Victory doesn't really do it. I mean, you could also just say sure and pump this, but I think I'm okay casting out. This could target that. The life gain on this could get kind of annoying, but if they're doing that, they're not doing anything else. So I still take 2 from this, 2 from that. They go to 12. We get to cycle the desert on instep. So this effectively takes 2 mana to activate. So they're just... yeah, that's going to work. And that puts us on the back foot by far. Cycle. Okay. Or to trample. Since the free attack is untaps itself, let's do that. Don't even have to click anything. We go to 10. I think we just play these two. They're going to gain a life because they don't have to tap for that. To trample. I think we can survive one more attack, and then we can play this, or potentially, I mean, this Onward to Victory could be quite a lot of damage. Yep, I go game 1. They hit their 6th land. Finally unlock blue. Okay, we could just be dead. They have any additional way to pump that. Well, flying trample. Don't really want to jump right now. So we have to block. And they're just going to gain a life. 12. I think we just can win, right? This turns into 12 damage by itself with Onward to Victory. And we have no alternative. So Onward to Victory. Yay! This was not a falsely named card. Although, yes. Victory on the stack. Opponent concedes. Well done. Well done. Alright, let's see what happens in round 2.